Hello, hi, everybody. It is a Sunday night, and welcome to my channel. I'm Apostate Alex, and I'm joining you live from London. Yay! This is just going to be a short stream, so thank you everybody for joining. Couple of updates to give you, and then I'll do a very short Q&A. So if you have questions for me, put them in the chat that side, and I will try and answer them. Thank you everyone for coming. Hello everybody. I'm just looking here. Cassie Isaac, hit the like button. Yes, do it. Thank you. Absolutely. Tazzy, hello. Lythander, hello everybody. Stacy, good to see you. Good day to you, Alex. Good day to you, Stacy. Thank you for coming. Firstly, I wanted to give you an update on where I've been, what I've been doing, and why I've been absent for a little while, what's to come, and then there's a couple of little previews that I want to give you. So, firstly, May, June, July, August as well, a little bit, tend to be the busiest months of the year for me, professionally in my work life with what I'm doing. So you will notice I have not been online as much as I'd like to or I'd hoped to be. So please bear with me. I've been working a few events and have a couple more to come, but I have not really been online, and sorry for that. But I'm here to say hello. I'm doing a bit of a catch up, and I will be back to a normal schedule next week. And there's lots of exciting stuff to happen that's coming, that's in the pipeline. So, Mike Rinder obviously needs a bit of our support at the moment with the life-saving treatment that he so desperately needs. At the beginning of June, I pledged to donate 100% of my YouTube earnings to help Mike raise the money to help him with his treatment that he needs. Now, since making that pledge, he has made it clear, him and Christy announced that they are okay financially to cover the treatment for 6 months. But that doesn't mean I should go back on my promise. So I pledged, I made a promise, and I want to keep that promise. So I'm going to donate 100% of my YouTube earnings for the month of June to Mike. And now, a week into July, I have the final estimate from YouTube as to how much money I've made through my channel. I did go into this a little bit in depth previously, but just for anyone who may have missed that, we as YouTube creators earn money through super chats, that sort of thing. 70% of that money goes to us, 30% goes to YouTube, but the main source of income for YouTube creators is ad revenue. So when you see adverts pop up all the time, even if you skip them, you as a creator get a small amount of money. It costs you nothing because advertisers are paying to put that advert out there on your channel. So that's how we make our money. And I was really open with how much money I made in May and how much I anticipated I'd make in June. And considering I haven't really done as many videos as I'd like to in June, I think the total number actually is really I don't know, I'm really proud of that. So firstly, thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos and supporting by watching all the ads and so on. Thank you also to everybody who has donated to Mike. It is a really important cause. So without beating around the bush, the final number that I made on ad revenue, super chats, so on, the total YouTube earnings for the month of June was £290, which works out to be over $300, which is phenomenal. For something that takes very little effort on my part and your part. I just sit here in front of a camera and talk about my experiences and Scientology, and you guys watch it, and we've made $300 that's going to go help Mike Rinder. So that's awesome. And thank you guys. To give you all of a little bit of awareness about how it all works, that estimate may change, fluctuate slightly after they do the calculations. We then get that money as creators a week or two later. So it won't be till the end of July that I get the money in my bank account, but as soon as it arrives, I will be sending it straight to Mike. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that we've raised that amount of money, which is awesome. One thing, however, that my schedule has meant is that I missed the deadline for Denver Steve-O's video message to Mike. For those of you who don't know or who aren't aware, Denver Steve-O is another new YouTube creator on SPTV, and he wanted everyone to send in a little message of support on a video that he was going to stitch together and then send to Mike to show how much the community are here for him. Now, because I've been out at random festival sites and fields all over the place with very limited internet connection, I literally haven't had the time to sit down in front of my computer for a couple of minutes to record a video. I did write it out, and I apologize to Denver and to Mike, obviously, for missing the deadline, but that doesn't mean I don't have something to contribute. So I thought what I could do today, first off, is share my message to Mike, um, and just show my support in that way, linking to the theme of today's video. Now, I don't know if Mike will ever watch this video or see it, and it doesn't really matter. I'm not doing this to try and get some sort of attention of me doing my own thing. I literally just wanted to share my thoughts and make sure that my message gets out there of support. It's literally just because I missed the deadline, so don't read too much into that. But let me play you first off my message to Mike Rinder to show my support for him. Mike Rinder, when I first saw you on BBC Panorama, you were standing in the doorway of the London Test Centre on Tottenham Court Road defending Scientology. Little did I know, only a short time later, I would be doing exactly the same thing. Now, in speaking out, I'm once again following in your footsteps. You paved the way for so many of us to share our experiences. You've been fighting the church head on, and you are a living example of how it's not just okay, but it's vitally important that we all tell our stories and speak the truth. Mike, you have without a doubt helped thousands of people in their recovery from Scientology, and now it's time we gather together and help you. When you left Scientology, you took on the fight alone, but this time you have us. We are all here standing alongside you and following the example you set, and we will not back down. You have demonstrated your strength, determinism, and willpower time and time again, and this will not be the exception to that rule. You've said fuck Scientology. Now it's time to say fuck cancer. Together, we stand tall in this fight. Mike, you've got this, and we're right here with you every step of the way. So, there we have it. That was my message to Mike Rinder to show my support. So, thank you for listening and watching. And thank you for your support in helping raise money to help him. As I said, I don't know if Mike will ever see that, but I just wanted to show my support publicly. In other news, I've got a couple of other things I want to talk about before we wrap up. As I said, it was only a short stream. Please do put your questions in. I will answer them before the end, so stick them in now. But firstly, I teased the other day a project that I have been working on with Nora Ames, with Claire Headley, with Aaron Smith-Levin, and with the one and only Kate Bornstein, or Bornstein. I did say it wrong. I didn't realize it was Bornstein. Anyway, I've been working on this project, an LGBTQ plus video to raise awareness of how Scientology treats people who fall under the rainbow, or however you want to call it. There are very, very clear views from Scientology on this matter, and I was inspired after a conversation I had with someone who considers himself part of that group of people, and I wanted to do my bit to raise awareness. And I think people don't really connect the dots between Scientology and their anti-gay rhetoric and what they actually teach and what they say publicly being completely opposite. And I know there's lots of information out there, but I want to kind of bring a new set of eyes onto it. So I've been working on this documentary. It is called The Second Dynamic, because in Scientology, life is split up into 8 dynamics. The first dynamic is self. The second dynamic is sex, love, and relationships. And if you are gay, or if you have sex outside of marriage, that is, or you cheat on your partner, that's considered out 2D because it's anti-survival in Scientology's eyes. So that was the reason for the name of the video. It is a documentary I've been working on for probably about 3 months. And I'm so over the moon that I managed to book an interview with Nora and book an interview with Kate Bornstein. And I'm really proud of it. It's almost ready. It will be out next week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm going to share the trailer with you that I made, that I released the other day. Many of you may have seen this, many of you may not. So this is a little teaser of what is to come next week, the documentary, The Second Dynamic.
He says in several places that the planet would be better off without these people. You'd better not be gay, or you wouldn't even be able to join the Sea Org at this point.
It was like a moment of like my heart like just wanted to die. I knew that I had to be perfect. I knew that now I had this status in Scientology as the youngest clear. If I wasn't perfect, that I was going to ruin it for the church. I was going to ruin it for my parents.
If you think North Korean re-education camp with hard labour thrown in, you're kind of more or less there. That's more or less what it was like.
My name is Kate Bornstein, and I was a Scientologist for 12 years, starting in 1970 up into 1982. Scientologists believe that LGBTQIA are all covertly hostile. All they want to do is destroy. All they want to do is stop good things from happening.
Hubbard says over and over again, those people are evil. They need to be cured with Scientology, quote unquote. I mean, it's despicable. But that is the rhetoric.
When you're dedicating your life to clearing this universe of evil, you don't have a life because that's forbidden.
So that was the teaser. It has been uploaded as a separate video on my YouTube channel, but I kind of wanted to share it with you guys and talk about it and have the opportunity to answer some of your questions and talk to you about it in the chat. So drop your questions in the chat and tell me what you think of it. I can see some of your comments coming through already. So thank you so much for your support. I've spent more time on this video than I have spent on any video ever. I do quite a bit of video editing as part of my day job, and I also obviously do it here on YouTube. But when I started on YouTube, I was very much geared towards getting content out there and doing live streams and so on. And the interview I did with Gabriel Toth from Escaping the Cultiverse A in Canada inspired me to spend a little bit more time editing, as well as seeing Kelly Copter's amazing editing skills. It just made me think, look, I can do this. I'm just being lazy. And the message behind this story is really powerful and important to me and the friend that inspired me to do it. And so I wanted to give it the time and attention that it needs and not do a half-hearted attempt. So The final documentary is currently running at about 39 or 42 minutes, something like that. And it does feature Growing Up in Scientology, Aaron Smith-Levin. It features Claire Headley, Kate Bornstein, and it is just a really interesting look at the whole topic. So keep your eyes out for that next week, and hopefully we'll see what happens from it. I also wanted to shout out a massive thanks to Goldie for helping me with some of the making of the video. She's given me some really important feedback. She's seen it before it's gone live, and I'm just doing the last few edits on it now. And also a huge thanks to Kellycopter, who also gave me her feedback. She dedicated an hour of her time to watch the video and tell me what she thought. So thank you, Kelly, for that. And I can't wait for you guys to see it all next week. So yeah, that's that one. Let's answer some of these questions, and then I have one more little teaser preview, exciting exclusive thing, I suppose, to show you before I round off tonight. So I've started some of the comments and questions here. So let's just quickly run through those. The Scientology Geek, hey, still interested in doing the iceberg, having trouble of getting a hold of you. Yes, 100%. I am still up for helping and getting involved. I'm really sorry I haven't got back to you. As I explained at the beginning of the video, this is the busiest time of year for me. And trust me, you are not alone. I have hundreds of emails and messages I haven't got back to people simply because my job has meant I haven't had much connectivity. I've been getting back really late, waking up really early. So please accept my apologies. It's not personal. You are one of many people. I will get back to you next week or the week after when I'm back onto a normal time schedule. Helicopter is in the house, not a school night, so I can stay awake. Haha. Well, thank you for being here, Kelly. Natalie Grant sends a little wave. Natalie, I've been speaking to her through email. She actually won a gift card to my merch store, which was donated by a very generous viewer who wanted to stay anonymous. So thank you for getting back to me finally, Natalie, and I can't wait to see what merch you buy. You using that gift card. Should we do a giveaway? I think we should do a giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that as well. That's what we'll end on, I suppose. Alrighty, Casey CYP, glad to see you back, Alex. Take care of yourself. As much as we appreciate your videos and live streams, it's understandable that work comes first. And I completely agree. And thank you for that. And I'm glad you guys aren't offended and I haven't abandoned you. I am still here. I have hundreds of live streams and videos to catch up on watching. So if you're commenting about anything that's happened in the last few days, I have a very limited knowledge. I do know some stuff, but I haven't watched everyone's videos, which I normally do. So please bear with me on that one. Mandy Gonzalez. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you. Well, Mandy, nice to see you here too. Thank you for joining. I actually wanted to do this in this live stream. I did mention it in a stream that I featured on the other day with Poe on the Go. Mandy, for those of you who don't know, is awesome. And like Marilyn, who makes the crochet Xenu bobblehead outfits, Mandy makes these amazing little gifts that she sent to me and other creators in the post. So she made this little Apostate Alex logo sort of fabric decoration thing, which is really cool. And it's spot on with the logo that I made. So that's awesome. Thank you. She also made a Team Mike one, which is nice. And Mandy also sent a really kind letter in the post, which obviously I won't share because it's a private letter, but it was very touching. And thank you, Mandy. Mandy does have a store set up, I believe. I'll probably put a link in the description after the stream finishes. If she's got the link, if she can get the link over to me. Mandy, sorry. If you can send me the link over email, if you haven't already, please do that and I'll add it. If you want to buy your own little handcrafted SPTV merch stuff, Mandy's awesome and you can go and support her in that way. So thank you, Mandy. Nice little shout out. Lythander Grauklinger. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. A friendly face in the stream we see a lot of. Tiff45, Denver Stevo did an amazing job. That is so very, very true. Denver, you have been an awesome, refreshing, lovely new addition to SPTV. So welcome aboard. And it was a really nice idea for you to do the video. Sorry I missed the deadline. But yeah, I've been watching most of your live streams when I can. So thank you, Denver. If you guys haven't already, go check out Denver Stevo. Give him a little sub. He's a really nice guy. Angela Bernhardt, very sweet. Also, nice Stantool reference. I thought you guys would like that. I think I wanted to obviously have an important, a serious message in the video, but I thought let's add some sort of humor that is appropriate. And the Stantool thing I thought was perfect. So I'm glad you picked up on that. Thank you. Okie dokie, degraded daughters of Dianetics. Hello. Woohoo, Apostate Alex, about to pop on from Alicia. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for joining. For those of you who don't know, Vanessa and Alicia are former Scientologists in LA, or used to be in LA. They both live in different cities now, but they have a channel. Go sub to them and give them some support. They are both really lovely human beings. I actually speak to Vanessa, I think, pretty much every day. We talk all the time and I support her in every way. And you, of course, as well, Alicia. And I can't wait to hear about your stories from being away, because I know you went away on a little trip. So let's catch up soon, Alicia. Casey CYP, wonderful message. Maybe if you posted the video as a short, he would be more likely to see it. That is the plan. I will be posting the video to Mike separately. I just wanted to share it in live stream first. So yes, I will definitely do that. Before I crack on with more of these chats, which I have starred, I wanted to go into another little project that I've been working on behind the scenes. And this is the thing, a lot of what I do is behind the scenes, because I'm putting a lot of time and effort into this and trying to figure out what my purpose is with the whole Scientology channel and so on. And one thing I announced, I believe it was my last live stream or a video I did recently, was this Cause Over Life project. So for those of you who don't know, the Aftermath Foundation exists to help people escape Scientology. They will help you land on your feet, set you up with accommodation, flights, and help you write a resume and everything that you need to escape and set up a new life outside of Scientology. But there are certain things that they can't do and that they don't do, and they only help people leaving Scientology, and it's completely needed, and there's nothing wrong with that. I support the Aftermath Foundation every way possible. But for me, for example, coming out of Scientology, I didn't even realize how it was still affecting me 6 years after leaving. And so I only really started my recovery process maybe 8 or 10 months ago, certainly less than a year. So I'm very much at the beginning of this journey. And there are certain things that I've learned through my recovery and things that I've needed and wanted that just didn't exist because they just weren't there. The Aftermath Foundation help people escape and leave. I didn't need help doing that. I needed mental health support with therapy, which I am doing, which is fantastic. I encourage that. But there are a few other things, like, for example, speaking to a former Scientologist, just connecting with someone who's had a similar experience and understands what you've been through and knows what you've done, was hugely beneficial for me in my recovery. And so this inspired me to see what we can do in this space to help people that is not necessarily in association with the Aftermath Foundation, but in support of the Aftermath Foundation and other organizations and charities that help people wherever you're at in your recovery process. So Cause Over Life is the name of this project. I have been working on this behind the scenes. It is a resource hub. It is a place that you can go as a former Scientologist, whether you are currently thinking about leaving, whether you left yesterday, whether you left 10 years ago. The place is going to be its website. It's a place you can land with resources, books to read, videos to watch, suggested materials and places to go for mental health support. But the key part of the Cause Over Life project is kind of like a matchmaking type service where you submit a form and say, hey, this is what I need. Do you need help finding a therapist that knows about Scientology? Do you need support mental health wise, you're struggling with something right now, where do you recommend I look for help? Do you just want to speak to another former Scientologist and share your experiences with them? Do you have a friend or family member in Scientology and want to know how to help them? Do you want to help other people? Do you have a skill or something that you can provide that might be able to help others? This is what the resource hub of Cause Over Life is meant to do. And it's a project that I'm really excited about. I've been speaking to many, many people behind the scenes to get their thoughts about what they needed in their recovery process when they left and where they're at now, to make sure this is a real all-encompassing website landing place. So it is a project that's going to take a little while. It's not ready to go, and it won't be for some time. But I wanted to share with you where we're at and what it currently looks like behind the scenes. If you go to causeoverlife.org, it currently says coming soon. You can't get past the first page. It's called Cause Over Life because that is the end phenomena of OT8, which is the highest level of the Scientology bridge to total freedom. So at the very top, you go through the Scientology process, you spend all your money, you do the top level course, you're at the top of the bridge, there's nothing more to do. You're supposed to be cause over life, which means you're in ultimate control over everything in your environment and your life. So it's a kind of play on words, because the idea is this resource hub will help you become cause over life after Scientology. So I'm going to share with you behind the scenes what the website currently looks like, and where we're going with it. So this is a little sneak preview. So this is Cause Over Life, and bear in mind this is a work in progress. It's not finished, but this is what the landing page is going to look like. Obviously the writing and imagery and stuff isn't final, but this is how it looks. You scroll down, it shows what we do: resources, personal growth, mental health, support, helping each other, taking control of your recovery. Regardless of when you left Scientology, we're here to help. And there's a bit of an explainer of what the whole project is about, how it works. So, for example, empowerment through education. The idea is the website will be able to recommend resources, books to read, and so on, that you can use to educate yourself on the psychology behind Scientology, how it works, or perhaps more specific things about its history, for example. Peer support, you can learn from other people's experiences, and we can help you connect with former members. Mental health resources, we can direct you to free online guides, tips, advice, and so on. And personal help, if you need a bit of personal one-to-one assistance, you can contact us and we will see what we can do and try our best. One thing to note is it's not a licensed therapy service. It's not counseling. The idea is this is connecting people and giving them the resources that they need, wherever they're at in their recovery. The key message: you're not alone. Cause Over Life is a resource that has been compiled by former Scientologists, people who have served time in the Sea Org, working Class 5 orgs, and public members. Wherever you are at in your recovery, you're not alone, and there are people there to help you. If you need help leaving, Aftermath Foundation, of course, and then we're going to have a blog and news section. There's only one other page I'd like to show you at this point, which is the Get Help section. The idea is it makes it really easy for someone to land on this page and get whatever help it is that they need. So when you click on that page, it brings you to this, where it kind of explains a little bit of disclaimer about what we do, the whole idea, whether it's you need to recommend a book to read, whether you want to speak to someone, share your story publicly, or just listen to other people's stories. It puts you in the driving seat to kind of seek out the resources that you need yourself. But if you need personal help, personal support, you can contact us, and you can choose: I want to speak to someone, I need help finding a therapist, I want to educate myself, and so on. And the idea is then we would work with that person one-to-one to recommend and direct them to the appropriate places where support can be offered. And then there's a disclaimer here, which I kind of have to read out on the stream. I won't read it all, but Course Over Life does not provide mental health, medical, or financial assistance. We're not a licensed therapy provider, and we don't provide psychological or counseling or therapy, but we do offer support, education, and advice. And all the advice that this website is going to give and the resources are not endorsements. They're just a list, a place that has all the relevant content that different people have said they found helpful. And it's just making all of that easily accessible in one place. Because from my personal journey, there's lots of resources out there, there's videos, there's places to go, but there isn't a landing place specific to Scientology that you can go to that is easy to navigate and gives you the sort of stuff that you need. So that's the idea. That's Cause Over Life. It's coming soon. And thank you for everyone who wants to support that. I've got so many comments supporting that in the video that I uploaded or the announcement that I did the other week. So thank you. And just to give you a realistic timeline, it's not going to be next week. It's not going to be the week after. It's very likely to be a month or so, if not more, from then, because I really want it to be comprehensive. But this is a shout out to you guys. If you have something, a skill or a service that you can offer that you think might be beneficial to people who are leaving Scientology, please do email me. hello@apostatealex.com is the place to go. Email me and just let me know, hey, I think I might have something I can help a former Scientologist with. Doesn't matter what it is, but the idea is we then have this database of people that can offer very specific things. And so when a former Scientologist contacts us and says, I think I need this sort of help, we can sort of like put you in touch with the relevant person. You need help writing a CV? Okay, great. Well, we can help you with that. You need help leaving? You need to go and contact the Aftermath Foundation. You need help finding a therapist? Okay, well, here's a list of therapists that know specifically about Scientology, for example. So if you have something that you want to contribute, email me, let me know what it is, and we will have a chat and see how we can work together. I think the more people we have working on this, the more impact that we can make. So do definitely do that. All right, let's get through some more of these starred questions. Stacey Y. Extra voices coming out of the woodwork. Keep inspiring them to be encouraged and be heard. We are all listening. Thank you. I couldn't agree more. I had to stop eating my pasta. No tears in the arrabbiata today. That was lovely. I believe that was in reference to my video to Mike. So thank you for your comment. And Kelly Copter is looking forward to it. And so am I. Kelly, thank you so much for joining and all of your support. Moving on to the video with Kate Bornstein about LGBTQ plus rights. Chelsea with an A. Oh my God, Kate's so cool. She's exactly who I want to be when I grow up. Yeah, Kate Bornstein is awesome. She's done some incredible work over the years in the field of trans rights and non-binary rights. And I feel so privileged and honored to have been able to spend so much time talking with her, and the fact that she wanted to be a part of the video. I will be releasing the interview with Kate and the interview with Nora separately to this video after the documentary is released, but I really want to do the documentary first, so give you the heads up. Degraded Daughters of Dianetics. This is going to be so powerful. I hope so. And the idea is, it's a community project. We can all contribute and be a part of it. Sineka. Question. Any tips or hints to someone who is about to start doing videos, editing, filming, etc.? Unfortunately, the editing program suggested was for Mac only, and I run Windows. Got Power Director 360. All I would say is I'm more than happy to help. Please email me, hello@apostatealex.com, and I am more than happy to jump on a call with you and see if I can help in any way. I helped Degraded Daughters get set up. I helped Lara. We haven't announced this, but Lara, her intro video is something that I whipped up and made for her on short notice to support these people. And that's what this community is all about, is supporting each other in our growth, development, and telling our stories. So we've all got to help each other. So if you want to start doing videos, regardless of whether it's about Scientology, email me. I'm more than happy to help. Angela Bernhardt, thank you so much for your super chat. That's really kind of you. That website is incredible and will help so many people. Great job. Other SPTV channels should list it in their video descriptions to get the word out. Well, that would be amazing, and I'm sure they will when it's ready to launch. I've spoken to many of the SPTV crew about it. They are aware, they have contributed in lots of ways. And so as soon as it's ready to launch, I'm sure that will happen. I definitely have the support of a lot of the SPTV crew because it's such a needed resource. Denver Stevo, question: how many recording spaces or backgrounds do you have? I have two. There are two main ones that I use. There's this one, and there's the other one with the bookcase behind me. So that's that. I've only really got two. Peace and love. Alex works third shift for SPTV. Yes, as I said, I haven't caught up on all the lives, so I don't actually know who was live before me. But I gather there are quite a few people. So yes, I thought I'd finish work, get here, do a quick video, and then head to bed before work again tomorrow. Julia Bittencourt. Thank you. Juliana Bittencourt. I always call you Julie in my head. But anyway, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Welcome to the membership. For those of you who don't know, memberships are is a way of supporting us as creators. I have it enabled. I don't like the idea of exclusive content and paid for content, especially on this subject. So if you become a channel member on my channel, there are 2 tiers, and the whole idea is it's supporting the channel. You get a few extra perks. There are some little emojis you get, like an SPTV emoji. You get a PTS, potential trouble source badge, next to your name in the chat. And if I record a video and edit it and upload it to YouTube as a member, you get it about a day or so before everyone else does. So there are a few perks to say thank you for supporting the channel, but it will then go live. Everyone else gets to see it. I don't do exclusive content, but it is a good way of giving something back to you guys and for you guys to support the channel. So thank you, Juliana, for doing that. Tassie Devil just sent a super chat, 10 Australian dollars. Thank you. A survey form on your website to collect skills will be much faster than lots of emails, will save you lots of time. Have done it for climate activism. What a fantastic idea. That is totally true, and that is part of the plan. There are other pages on the website that I didn't share in the stream today that are underway in terms of the design and development, and there will be multiple forms for multiple different things, and it's all going to be hopefully as automated as possible to sort things into categories to make it easier for the people volunteering and involved to appropriately find the support that that person needs. And if someone wants to volunteer, again, that's kind of a self-standing system. So yes, great idea. Thank you, Tassie. Excuse me. Oh, you guys are so nice in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. It blows me away every single day, for sure. Tassie, also, you talked about your climate activism work. Do get in touch if you feel like you might be able to help or support in some way. Send me an email. Let's talk. Natalie Grant, question. Talking about matchmaking, what happens with 2D or not 2D? What a fantastic question, Natalie. And I'm glad you brought that up. So for those of you who aren't aware, I do a weekly podcast with Ash Richards from the That's So Fucked Up TSFU podcast. It's a weekly thing that comes out on Wednesdays. I had to pause this week because of work commitments. We'll be back on next week. We just went through the Bridge to Total Freedom and dissected it and talked about how funny and wild and messed up it can be. And she's not a former Scientologist, so she has a really nice, interesting perspective on things. So we've got to the top of the bridge, and then we have the next couple of episodes are about different various things, like the Sea Org, for example, and that's coming next week. The 2D or not 2D thing, for those of you who don't know, is a dating game show thing that we're doing, which still makes me feel very nervous and embarrassed. But Ash wants to help me find me some sort of life partner and kind of coerced me into doing this. Not in a negative way. I said that in a way that she'll find funny, but she wanted to do this. So we did this little dating game. We announced it a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, send in your videos, and we're going to do a fun, like, cool little video called 2D or not 2D, hashtag pimp my apostate. So that is coming soon. to answer your question in a really long-winded way. People have sent in videos way more than I thought they would, and we're going to be reviewing them next week, and I'm back to normal schedule, and we will schedule a live, and we will do that probably the following week or the week after. We'll have to wait and see. But great question. Thank you, Natalie, for bringing that up. Tassie Devil again. Thanks for sharing your recovery story, Alex. I'm a retired mental health clinician, and I'm not surprised it took years to recognize your need to heal. Great idea to have an online resource. Absolutely. And this is the thing, everyone's recovery journey is different. We've all been through similar but also different experiences. For me, it's been so lovely to connect with people like Kelly Copter and with Vanessa and Alicia from Degraded Daughters, because even though we live on opposite sides of the world, there are so many similarities in our experience or experiences, and we all have got to help each other, and it definitely does take a long time. So thank you. Talking of Degraded Daughters, what an amazing resource. Thank you so much. Angela, this is going to benefit so many people. I hope so. Excuse me. That's the plan. I hope it does benefit lots of people. That's the idea anyway. Alrighty. Terry Ray, I see your question, and yes, 100% is the answer to that. I will email you about it very shortly. So thank you everybody for joining. As I said, only a short one. I will be back early next week with more updates. I will launch the LGBTQ plus second dynamic documentary. Keep your eyes peeled for that. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. There should be a link in the description down below. That helps get the channel up and running and pay for the costs involved. If you want to be a member, you get your little badges and stickers and stuff. But the best way of supporting, as I always say, is to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because it pushes the video out to more people. And with that, I wanted to just put a little message out there. I do marketing as a job. I used to work for the UK's largest social media agency. I very much understand this YouTube space, this social media space, this marketing stuff is what I do for a living and have done for a very long time. So if you need some help or support or advice on that sort of thing, contact me. I'm always more than happy to help. If you want to get started on SBTV yourself, I've done it with lots of people, and I will continue to do that, helping people get set up, get StreamYard, the best way to publish content to make it most effective, and so on. And you can take it or leave it, the advice, but the whole idea here is this is a skill I have, it's knowledge, and I want to make that available to other people. So please contact me if you want some sort of help or advice, and I am more than happy to share my knowledge. We've just had another super chat before I go. Tassie Devil again, thank you again for your super chat. You can create a Survey Monkey link before the website goes live. Have link in description. Get ahead early. I'm not quite sure what the survey link idea is for. I know it's cause over life, but I'm not sure what data it is that you are suggesting we capture. But thank you. Email me and maybe we can look into that. At the moment, if you want to be involved with Cause for Life and you want to volunteer to some level or have something to offer, if you go to causeoverlife.org, there is an email address on that one page you can view, which is, I think, volunteer@causeoverlife.org. Send us an email. Let us know what you want to do or what you can help out with, and we'll stick you on the list. So with that, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. And hopefully I will see you all very, very soon on the next stream and in the LGBTQ plus video and all of that sort of crazy stuff. There's also a lot going on behind the scenes. I, for example, was notified the other day that the Church of Scientology in the UK, which operates through a company called Cosrecki in Australia, filed their most latest accounts. Their 2022 financial records are now available, and I'm going to be doing a video on that very shortly to supplement and add more recent data to the video I did about it the other week. So lots of stuff happening. I am rambling a lot now, so I'm just going to end it. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you all very soon.